All right, here today I'm going to talk to y'all about the recent driver that has announced that they will attempt to qualify for this upcoming season's Daytona 500. So kick back and relax and enjoy. Well, let's get started.
Ryan Priest, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
Before I get into today's headlines, I'm going to talk about some other breaking headlines these last couple of days. Last week, ARCA Series teams went down to Daytona to test out some of their cars for the upcoming season. One of those teams that went down there was DGR, David Gillen Racing. David Gillen right now is the owner in both the ARCA Series and the Truck Series. He's highly invested in NASCAR. But he sent out his team, ARCA team, with a 15-year-old driver, Taylor Gray. During his test run, Taylor Gray decided to pull out his phone and do a Snapchat video. That Snapchat video was on Snapchat. Obviously, we went to Twitter. And then once it hit Twitter, NASCAR saw it. And NASCAR looked into it. And they decided that they were going to fine him and also suspend him for the 2021 season. I hate that for him, but that was dumb for him to do that. But he was expected to race a good majority of the races this upcoming season for DGR Crossley. But now I would expect Haley Deegan, who's in the Truck Series for DGR, to fill in some of those races. And also his older brother, Tanner Gray, might fill in a couple of those races. Who knows? But I hate that for him, but that was dumb. But I'm going to talk about some of the Cup Series things that's going on right now. Yesterday, Jimmy McMurray announced that he is going to attempt to qualify for this year's Daytona 500. He won the Daytona 500 in the past. I can't remember the exact year, 2010. I might be wrong, 2011. I'm not too sure. But he won in the past, but he's a great restrictor plate racer. He raced here just, I think it was two years ago in the 40 car, and it was a car prepped by Chip Ganassi Racing. But it was a Spire agency car, Spire Motorsports to get the point. But this year, he did really well in the 40 car. But this year, he's attempting to qualify in the Spire Agency 77 car. And I would expect him to race smart here. Stay in the back for majority of the race. Stay out the big one. And go for the win at the end. I like this move. Great racer. And who knows, he can maybe get the job done come Daytona. But I'm going to flip the page here. Yesterday, Stewart-Haas Racing driver Cole Custer announced that he has a new sponsor on board for this year's Daytona 500 and the Nashville race in the June and the summer. But that sponsor is Dixie Vodka. Last year, they sponsored the Homestead race, and now they're sponsoring a Cup car for 2 races. Awesome to see that. I love it when new sponsors come into the sport. Hopefully more to come. But also, I want to add, before I get to today's news, yesterday, Rick Ware Racing announced their driver lineup for the 2021 season. That driver lineup will consist of the 51 car, which is going to be driven by Rick Ware's son, Cody Ware. A little shocking. He didn't race much last year in the Cup Series, but who knows? He can maybe do well. But this one right here, I'm super excited for him, and that is Josh Bilicki going to the 52 car. He deserved it. He raced his butt off in the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series these last couple of years. He deserves it. I'm glad he got his opportunity. And who knows? He might break some Rick Ware Racing records. Maybe get a lot of top 25s. Who knows? Time will tell. But today, just a couple moments ago, Penske Racing announced that they're going to have another team for the Daytona 500. We all expected this team to be driven by Austin Cindric. And it is going to be driven by Austin Cindric. But we thought the 02 car would be in place again. Remember Doom many years ago, many moons ago, if you will. But it's not the 02 car. We were all wrong. It is the 33 car. Yeah, shocking. But Austin Cindric will attempt to qualify for this year's Daytona 500 in the 33 Penske Ford Mustang. You know what here? This right here could be a start something big down the road. Austin Cindric has a couple starts later on this year. And if he can have a top 15 finish here in this year's Daytona 500, first of all, he has to make the race. But assuming he does, because of the equipment he's in, get a top 15, build up some momentum for other races he got in the Cup Series. You got to race at some road courses, I'm sure, and intermediate. Who knows? Austin Cindric could very well win a race this year in the Cup Series. Now, it might be a little too a big of a bet here, but you know what? You hear me say it now. Austin Cindric will win a race in the Cup Series in 2021. But where at, I'm not too sure. It'll probably be a road course. But yeah, this is a start to something big if he were to qualify for this year's Daytona 500. So everybody, though, comment down below and tell me, what do you think about Austin Cindric's chances of winning a race in 2021? I think it's pretty good. Please like and subscribe.